It's playtime with the Sleepy Boys.
Don't forget to check out w.gg and use the promo code SleepyBoys for 10% off your order.
Hey man, all I can tell you is I had one of the best trips of my life with you two motherfuckers.
It was a damn good time.
The two of you have never seen me drunker than you did that night. Like, I woke up the next day and literally sat on the floor of the shower for 45 minutes.
That trip, man. My favorite parts were the not wedding parts.
Having cigars by a bonfire, Mark gaslighting somebody with Alzheimer's.
No. She had dementia.
Okay. Alzheimer's light.
Oh,
That's
Mark.
Fucked. Look, okay, in my defense...
we agree with you.
In my defense, I didn't know she had dementia.
Did you forget?
Had I known that she had dementia, I would have leaned further into it.
Really? We're going to skate over that? Come on, that was golden.
Did you not hear what I said? I leaned into it.
If I'd have known she had dementia...
he didn't forget as much as she did.
It'd be fucking terrible to find out that's like the one thing she remembers from the wedding.
You know what?
Amazing.
I don't think it would be terrible at all. I think that's beautiful, and I hope she took your dietary recommendations.
I didn't make any dietary recommendations. I told her to
Yes, you did!
No. What I told her was that she can get the fat liquefied and sucked out of her and then put back in other places.
And you can eat whatever you want. You don't have to change anything. Which, if I look at you, I'm going to say that dude didn't change anything.
Look, man, it was probably one of my best gaslights.
She looked at you and responded to you as though she was hearing the gospel for the first time.
Look, man, I've been told before that I would make a great cult leader.
You would make a great pastor.
So, I mean, you're saying the same thing.
Jeff, I liked it. I liked it a lot.
He did like going to church. Oh, fuck. What the...
You know what? I'm going to be honest. I'll tell you one thing. I know I've gotten into a lot of things about how I have a lot of trauma from my childhood, but I legitimately did enjoy going to church.
I did too.
The pageantry of it all was actually really fun, and they had those really delicious crackers at the end.
Oh my gosh, there was always so much goddamn good food.
He's talking about communion wafers, bud. Okay, just making sure, because we didn't
came from a non-denominational church. We took from every goddamn sect
I guess
Christianity there was.
The one that we went to together was not non-denominational. We were Baptist.
No, but I got to play music in that one, and that was pretty great.
Yeah. Ooh. I like that they keep giving me the components to make this dragon fire head.
Dragon.
Oh, dragon.
I was
actually talking to Angel the other day. I was like, I kind of want to go back to church, not for the religious aspects, just for like the community aspects. And I was like, and I'm fully aware that it's all the wrong reasons to go to church.
Not really.
I'm afraid to say something that I want to say.
I wouldn't say it on recording, buddy.
Right. That's one of those things. I don't know who's going to hear it in the future.
Oh, look, man, I can chop whatever I need.
You know what? I was going to say, if y'all feel like it shouldn't be left in the episode, I'll trust y'all's judgment.
It's
never steered me wrong once.
How could that go poorly?
I feel confident. You know what? I don't know. Mark, have I talked to you about Jasmine and I was talking about the future?
No.
No, I haven't.
Are you guys...
I know I've mentioned it to Jeff.
Are you guys planning on having a children?
There are talks.
Buddy!
There are talks.
Is this the part that I can't keep in, or...
I don't think you should.
Look,
I'd say definitely get Jasmine's okay before you let this
Here's
stay in.
the thing. You can talk about having kids, but then in practice, it's very different. You know, you don't know what's going to happen.
Look, you're not actively trying to have kids right now, right?
We are not. But, you know, it's you know, we're at the point where we're like, you know what? Let's talk about it. Let's see. my stance, for anyone who's listening, my stance has always been, when I was younger, I wanted kids.
Sure.
Like, I was very vocal about it. And Jasmine, from very early on in our relationship, told me that that was not something that she was interested in. And I honestly did not care, in the sense that I was like, you know what? I don't care that I want kids. I just want to be with you. If that's something that's not going to happen, that doesn't change my mind.
Now, see,
I want to support you.
I will be honest. That is actually something that's very surprising to me. I thought that you were the one that didn't want kids.
So the thing is, I've always wanted kids, but I never wanted to push the envelope. And my mentality has and will always be that I do not think it should be the man's place to say that, oh, I want kids, so we should have kids.
Right.
Because we are not the ones that have to deal with it as much. We play our part, but as far as of execution and follow through, it's very different. So my stance has always been, if Jasmine ever said that she wanted kids, I would fully support it.
And that's respectable.
And if she didn't want kids, I would fully support it.
That's admirable. I respect
Yeah.
that. I'm a little surprised. That's all.
I mean, that's fair. Honestly, the people that I have talked to about this, which has been, look, Jasmine and I have both talked to family members about this, and they have both said the same thing, like on both sides, that they've been surprised as to the change of things. But anyways, I forget what it was that we got to this point.
You asked if you had talked to me about the future at all.
Oh, just, that, yeah, but there was something about it that led me to this point. Jeff, are you still there?
Jeff's doing dishes.
He's doing something in the background.
Yeah.
His fucking ADHD riddled mind.
Look, and here's the thing. This is actually a conversation I had with Angel recently, was whether or not, like, any of the folks on the show would be having kids. And I was like, honestly, I can see Jose and Key both in, like, the next couple of years wanting to try for kids.
Well, and they've also been very open and honest about their want. And Key has been the one who's been trying to, like, tell me, like, oh, Bailey and I want to have kids, and it'd be really cool if they had friends, and Jasmine and I were kind of annoyed with him at first. And we're like, oh, fuck off with that. And it was just randomly, just weird, just all of a sudden, it is a twofold thing. So Jasmine, we've had a lot of nieces and nephews that have been added.
I bet them they couldn't have a kid. That's why they want to do it.
That's that's a valid reason.
We've had nieces and nephews that have been added to the Strickland side of the family, not on my side.
Right.
And so obviously you start interacting with your nieces and nephews and stuff, and then you start having things that tickle your brain and your sensibility. Just the core part of your human anatomy.
Brandon, that's called baby fever. That's what you're experiencing.
I mean, look, it is. It is. Baby fever does kick in. It is a very real thing.
I will say, so we did have me and Angel had this conversation.
Say, you and Jasmine have talked about this?
Look, man, I gotta be honest with you. I don't think Jasmine should be HR anymore, because she sends me a lot of weird shit on Facebook or Instagram.
I know she does, because she sends me the same things.
I know. But no, when I was talking to Angel about it, she was like, do you ever see Brandon and Jasmine? And I was like, honestly, I'm surprised that those two, like, I'm disappointed that those two haven't had kids yet, because I think that they would make great parents. And then she said, what about the other guys? And I said, Jeff is a great uncle.
I love being an uncle.
That's what I said. I said, Jeff is a great uncle. And she's like, wow, you don't think he'd be a good dad? And I was like, I don't know if Jeff wants that kind of life.
Here's the thing.
Jeff doesn't know if Jeff wants that.
Exactly, and that's fair.
So, Jeff, let me be honest with you and not put any pressure on you, because it'd be ridiculous to put pressure on you. You're an amazing uncle. I am not I strive to be as good of an uncle as you are.
Thank you. That really means a lot, bud.
And so I say this, I do not say this lightly, that if for some reason cards played, what you will, however they lay, or whatever ends up happening in your life, if kids are in your future, you will be fantastic.
I agree.
Well, thank you. And honestly, that means a lot. But I'll tell you what, the main reason why I'm just not sure is because I'm not at a place financially where I would feel comfortable raising a child.
Which is extremely
and I think
fair.
that's something I don't take that lightly at all, you know?
Of course.
Yeah. I will say, I don't think anybody is ever
fully ready
at the point where nobody's ever ready. No matter, like, here's the thing, Jasmine and I have been, like, sure, it's been a topic of conversation, but in practice, whatever happens, oh my God, I have no idea. Like, it's just one of those things. I'm like, we're doing the thing that you do when you first start dating. Like, is marriage a topic? You know,
right.
You're playing house. You have no idea what's going to happen.
Marriage is a scary topic. Even me and Angel, like, we're both fucked.
Marriage is what brings us together.
Like, we're both, getting up there in years. It's no secret. We know. We're probably going to die in the next 5 to 10.
Fingers crossed.
But no, we've had that conversation, and, like, the topic of marriage is fucking scary, dude.
Why? Do you, like, have some negative connotation with it or something?
I just feel like there's something from my past that just puts a weird feeling in my gut about marriage. I don't know exactly what it is, though.
Crazy. That's weird. No, a big part for me is also, I would not want to have a kid alone. I would want to have a partner.
Of course.
Absolutely.
And
not that you have to do it that way. But
right.
For you,
I mean, yeah, my sister, she's raising a child now, and she's doing amazing.
One, I knew your sister was amazing, especially
right?
from the way that you talked about her. Meeting her, you undersold it.
Dude, I know, right?
Honestly, she's so fucking cool.
She's so cool. She has her life so together.
Cool. And your niece, she's so adorable. My God, I was trying to keep it together so hard while I was trying to keep it together as best I could, but I was like, oh my God, I was so mad at my heart.
I know. Well, and that's the other thing is, with Kate going through that process, that also makes me, we gotta be a little careful when we talk about her on here.
We haven't said any names.
We're avoiding names as much as we can.
Avoiding names, and of course, anything that can be edited out that you don't want, we can take out.
Yeah. No, I think we're okay.
I will say this. So your sister at one point was like, does anybody need a drink? And just in that mode that I was in, I was like, no, this baby is far too pure for anything. Like,
dude, so that's, I don't know if I've told you, I think I've told you this. I don't drink when I'm up there with the kids.
You've told me. And for whatever reason, that voice that you're just, I just don't drink when I'm around them. That voice kicked in. You're like, Brandon, Jeff doesn't do it when they're around, so you shouldn't do it either.
I'm not saying that, but I mean,
right? No, not at all. But it's just,
it's
just that kind of mentality and sensibility that I have about me, because I have these versions of myself that I let out.
Right.
When I'm around certain family members. Or just like the way that I talk, the way that I am. It's not that I'm different, but I do things differently.
Sure.
And I think that's okay, and I think that's responsible. Responsible. Read the room.
Right. Exactly.
And for me, it was just especially one of those things. Just being with you, especially with your mom being there, and I know your sister had offered a drink. Hey, this is what I have, and there's just something in my head that was just like, no, wait till later.
Yeah.
There's always, and then we did. And it was perfect.
Man, I'm a shit uncle in comparison.
But here's the thing, Mark.
So,
I don't think that's a takeaway. So one, Mark.
Yeah.
I think it's extremely different. Family dynamics across the board are different. my family doesn't operate the same way that Jeff does. Like, I don't operate the same way with like Jeff's family, but my family does.
Right.
Now, is that how it's going to be when kids start getting brought into like I'm talking Philbrick side of things.
You're going to be too tired to drink.
I don't think so.
I don't think that's even a fucking possibility.
I don't think that's how it works, Jeff.
Greatly underestimate me. Not in like, it's. I also will be here's the thing, outside. Because I've thought about this, planning for how am I going to do things. Let's say Jasmine does get pregnant, because it could happen. When you start trying, things can happen. How, like, with me doing my whiskey page and stuff, how are things going to change or stay the same? And for me, I know there's a lot of people that are like, well, my wife can't drink right now, but I will or I won't, kind of thing. I think people that choose to have solidarity with their spouse, I think that's beautiful, absolutely. But I think everything is fluid and changes from relationship to relationship. Me personally, whether or not Jasmine tells me or not, like, you can drink or you can't drink or anything, or she'd like, hey, do you mind if you don't? Because, like, I don't think she would ever do that. But for me personally, I've already thought with the mentality of, if that happens, when or if it happens, I'm just not going to.
Just not going to listen to her?
Like,
or?
Well, I don't do that anyways. No, but in the sense of, like, am I going to drink or am I not going to drink? If we're, like, out at a restaurant or something, I'm just not going to. I'm just out of support of her. I don't want to give her any, like, misgivings of, like, missing out. Not that she deals with that, but I would just rather I'd rather head that problem off at the pass from the get-go. But as far as, and I think, and with that, I'd still do my whiskey stuff, but the only time that I drink is in the sense of maybe we're at home, I'm by myself, I can have a drink, like kind of like how I am now. Like, I've been having a couple drinks at this point.
Really?
Three. I'm three drinks. What? I'm probably gonna have a fourth depending upon how much longer this goes. I don't know.
I mean,
I'm gonna have a fourth. I'm gonna have a fourth regardless of how long this goes, because I'm gonna play video games.
What video game are you gonna play?
I'm gonna play Destiny. Yeah. Electric Boogaloo.
Dude, I gotta tell you, Dead Island's pretty dope.
I've been hearing about it. I've heard nothing but good things. Mm-hmm. I definitely want to add it to my list. I'm just not. Lost. I'm just. My thing is, I'm just not buying video games right now.
I'll lend it to you when I'm done with it.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. Plus, I'm getting Jedi Survivor when we get back. So.
Oh, can I borrow that from you when you're done with that too?
100%.
Guys, we're gonna be going and buying a bunch of video games this week.
Oh yeah, so Mark was telling me he has like $300 worth of credits at his game place.
And you gotta basically use it all up, don't you?
I have $400 in credits.
Oh my god, can I buy a game for myself?
Oh, maybe.
You know what other game is coming out soon?
I won't make you do that.
Is Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
Where the fuck is this key? I've been on this level for 15 fucking minutes.
Oh, this is funny. But so anyways, just to end my thing with like the old drinking Jasmine talk, like I'm gonna keep doing my whiskey reviews and do stuff, but that's kind of the extent of what it'll stay at. Which honestly, I'm already I'm trying to implement that already, because I do think that there's something to be said about resetting your palate and keeping a good pace.
I mean, I'm trying not to drink during the week anymore, which I'm doing pretty good on. If for no other reason, then also just like, hey, I gotta like save a little money too. It's just expensive drinking all the time.
Yeah. Now, I will say that's why I've always been a proponent of drinking whiskey. Because it's not like a beer where you have to drink like several of them to feel something or anything. Like you can have like 2 drinks, and I'm talking like 2 ounces of
Yeah,
whiskey,
that is true.
and you're gonna feel something. Like, you know,
Continue.